What's up, YouTube? Grims here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my settings and how I dominate in Black Ops 7. I know with Black Ops 7 coming out, ever since the beta, they have changed a lot when it comes to like the aim assist and controller settings. So I'm going to be giving you my settings and what works for me. And I know like in the beginning, I was terrible at this game. I wasn't hitting any of my shots. Like gunfights were impossible. I tweaked my settings and now they're better than ever. And I think I figured it out. As far as like the controller settings, I'm just gonna go one by one. You can stop and pause the video. I'm gonna try to be as diligent as possible. But if I miss something, you could pause the video, look back, see, what I have compared to what you have, and you can really go from there. As far as the controller settings, of course, the input device is gonna be controller. You're aiming, shooting, moving with controller. Button layout is tactical. I use a Scuff Invasion Pro controller, so I know like I have the back buttons in the back or anything. Most people don't, so button layout is going to be your personal preference. I always use tactical. It's just better for me. As far as the sensitivity, it was a little weird when they announced this last year, because they changed it last year to where instead of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's kind of increments of 5. So what I found it works for me is 1.65 for horizontal and 1.45 a little slower when it comes to the vertical, just because when you are aiming down sights, it is easier to control your recoil if it is a little slower. So keep that in mind when you are doing these settings. As far as like simplify, lower motor, bumper ping, swap, I have them all off. I know a lot of people swap the RB/LB with the LT/RT when it comes to like competitive. I never really saw the use of that. So for me, it's more so like I don't really like it. I'm not used to it. I don't want to get used to it. So I just have that off. But if you guys do, are used to it, or if you guys do like that, feel free to swap that out. It doesn't really make a difference. As far as controller vibration, you guys should all know this. You should have it off. The reason you have it off is when your controller vibrates, it messes with your aim. You mess with your aim. You're not hitting your shots. You're not hitting your shots. You're not getting kills, and it's just a bad time for you. So definitely, vibration is completely off. Dead zones are going to be a little different. I had tweaked the dead zones that I had for Black Ops 6 to Black Ops 7. I tweaked it a little bit, and obviously this is something that is going to change if you're depending on your controller. Like if your controller has like stick drift or anything like that. Mine doesn't, thankfully. It will eventually, but for right now it doesn't. And so my left stick minimum is 2 all the way to 99. As far as the right stick minimum is 6 all the way to 99. And my left trigger and my right trigger is 6 and 7. Honestly, this is interchangeable, but I do have the instant triggers on my Scuff, so this doesn't really matter to me as much as it possibly would matter to you. But I would always go for 6 and 7 just because I want to aim faster than I shoot. And I know sometimes, for me at least, if I'm aiming down sights long enough and I'm impatient, sometimes I will rest my finger on the trigger and I don't want it to go off, and obviously your positions get revealed and you die and all that stuff. So I always keep it a little higher, if not like one tick higher than the aiming. That's just me. I did move my camera because I just noticed when I was recording, everything I said, I kind of covered it up, but I did explain what each category was, so you can look back and you can change as that want, or as you want. But we're going next to aiming. As far as the sensitivity multiplier, everything in my opinion stays the exact same. I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to tweak with it, except for the ADS sensitivity multiplier. So what that means is that when you're aiming down sights, it is actually going to be slower than obviously when you're not aiming down sights. If you have it at 1, then it's not going to be slower. If you have it obviously lower, then it is going to be slower. I like to put it at a 0.80 or a 0.75. I have it at a 0.80 just for now because I'm testing everything out, and it seems that the 0.80 works for me the best, but it can be different from you or for you. So just keep that in mind, and you can tweak that as you will. As far as the advanced aim settings, so this is the bread and butter of this video. This is something that you guys, most likely came to this video about because of the aim assist. The aim assist, where they changed it from the beta, they reduced it by 40 to 50%. So the aim assist, how strong it was, is down 40 to 50%. And that's honestly messing with everyone's shots and sensitivity and settings. And it's been a bad time for controller players that aren't used to it at all. So the aim assist has gone drastically down, which is a good thing because I feel like before, like the aim assist on controllers was very strong. And I'm not going to say that I didn't use controller, or I'm not going to say that I complained about it in the past, because I didn't, just because it was easier on controller. But now is you actually, take some skill to aim and shoot and get some kills. But so as far as what I changed in this aiming category to help me, get back to where I used to be or where I'm at right now, I changed it from standard to dynamic. And what dynamic is and what is different from linear and standard, from my understanding, is that when you aim your weapon, at first it'll go fast when you're moving. Like if you're moving from point A to point B, it'll gradually get slower. So it'll be fast, slows down over time, and it'll match your sensitivity for the multiplier of the 0.80. So it really does help a lot when it comes to gradually going slow and helping you line up your shots faster. Faster and also more accurate. So that's something, you guys can try out. It worked for me. I hope it works for you. Try this out, and then obviously you can go from there. As far as the movement assist, I kept it the same as last year, tactical sprint assist, even though most of the time you're not using tactical sprint, and I haven't been using tactical sprint in this game. I know there's a perk that you can have it. I haven't used it, and I don't want to use it. I don't like tactical sprint all that much, but I just put it on that with the assist delay up to 0 or down to 0, just so you can be the quickest as possible. And of course, sideways and backwards, you want to use that omni movement to be as fast as possible. You're going to have these both on. Mantle assist, crouch assist, you want to have those off. Don't worry about that. Corner slice, I mean, this is kind of a personal preference. It's not really a change. So when you're turning a corner, it messes with your camera, so the camera turns faster, from my understanding of it. For me, I have it on. If I have it off, I don't really see the difference. Most people don't. But for me, I don't see the difference. So I just have it on. But it doesn't hurt for me to have it on. And if in the future, it does hurt me, or if I see that it's better to have it off, that's a conversation that I can have with myself, and I'll share it with you guys to see, what's what. As far as the movement behaviors, I don't dive at all. So I have it slide only. I don't want to mess with diving. I know a lot of people have it to hybrid. So when you hold down both of the sticks, the L3 and the R3, I believe it is. If you hold both of them down, then you dolphin dive. And then if you hold down just the right one or click, you slide. For me, I don't want to mess with that. I only slide. I never dolphin dive. So it's nothing for me. And you can just copy these settings here: automatic airborne mantle, sprint restore, slide maintain sprint, parachute, wingsuit, wall jump. All these are mostly going to be affected in Warzone when it comes to, like, for example, sprint restore, slide maintain sprint, parachute automatic behavior, wingsuit activation. Obviously, wingsuits are new to Warzone, but they are going to be in Warzone. These are, things that you are going to be using in Warzone. I personally don't know if I'm going to be playing Warzone this year. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll dab in it a little. But for right now, I don't really want to mess with these settings as far as the parachutes, and I'll kind of figure that out as they go. Wall jump activation. Obviously, when you are doing a wall jump, do you want to press or hold? Or obviously cannot perform wall jump if you don't want a wall jump. But if you are going to do the challenges and you are going to, get the camo challenges, and you are going to play the game to its fullest extent, you are going to wall jump. For me, I think pressing is a lot easier than obviously holding, just because it takes one, less effort, and two, it's automatic. So when, I jump towards the wall, I wall jump, easy peasy, it's done. And obviously there is, the graphic side of Black Ops 7. And honestly, this is going to depend on your PC, as far as like what your PC can and cannot handle. For me, no matter what, even though I have a 7900 XTX, which is the most top of the line in the AMD side, I will be switching to a 5090 soon. But for right now, I do have the 7900 XTX. balance is always going to be my go-to just because it boosts the frames per second and also it doesn't make your game look like shit. So balance is always something for me. And as far as like the textures, you can, copy my settings. I'll have, I'll go through all my settings here: low, high, off, normal, on, off, medium, optimized, default, low, medium, off. This is all the stuff that the balanced kind of put on for me. I didn't really go through all this stuff. And the only thing I really do like kind of mess with a little bit is the motion blur, just because I do get a little sick if I'm like looking at the screen for too long. But that's something obviously you can change and you can tweak, whenever you want. As far as the view, my field of view, I always put it 120. A lot of people like to put it 110 or 115. I like it 120. That's just me. As far as the ADS field of view, I always have it affected. Weapon field of view, default, third person. I don't really go in third person. Maybe in some zombies I do, but for right now, I don't really go in third person. I don't think there is an option to go to third person in multiplayer. If there is, I haven't tried it, but I mostly do it on zombies anyways. I have the field of view all the way up. Vehicle field of view, I have it on default. A lot of people, well, most people have it like on wide, but I feel like it's a little too far for the vehicle because narrow's closed, default's kind of like in the middle, wide is further out, so you'll see that. I have it on default. That's just me. As far as the camera, motion blur off, weapon motion blur off. Like I said, I kind of do get sick sometimes, so I kind of just have it off. Or if they have it where so like I can measure out the motion blur. Like some games have it motion blur 1 through 5. I usually have it like at 0 to 2. 2 being the most I'll do. But for right now, I do have those 2 off. As far as like the flashbang, like I said, I don't want a headache. I don't want a, bright white screen in my face when I get flashed. So I have it inverted. So that means instead of white, it'll go black. I do recommend it if you are doing the late night gaming sessions. And, obviously it's like 3 a.m. and you get hit with the flashbang and your eyes are just so tired and it's not a good time. I always keep that on and I recommend you guys have that on too. But that is my settings for Black Ops 7. I am going to be dropping this. You guys should be seeing this on Monday, I believe. You guys should be seeing this. Maybe I'll do a double header because I am going to post another video that I completed as far as hitting Prestige 2. I'm almost to Prestige 3, which I'm very happy about. And I hope you guys are happy too with the progress I'm making. If you guys want to hit the like button, obviously comment and subscribe if you can. That'd be very much appreciated. And tell me where you're at. What kind of settings are you using as far as the aiming? I know that's been a very big discussion when it comes to the community of what people like, what people don't like. And try the dynamic, try what I use. And if you like it, please let me know if it's working for you. If it's not, let me know. And then we can really go from there. But without further ado, thank you guys for everything. All your support, all your good comments, and all your feedback. I really do appreciate it. But that's it for me. Thank you. Have a good day.